Gusto kong makaipon ng 100,000 pesos. Gusto kong mabayaran yung loan ko. Gusto ko makatravel ako at the end of the year. All of those are goals. What the finance system really just helps you do is figure out the steps you need to take in order to achieve that goal. If you're starting from scratch or medyo hindi na gumagana yung sistema nyo, I hope that this video will be helpful. Yo, what's up friends? Welcome back to this video. If you're new here, what's up? My name's Nicole. So if you watch my old videos, you'll know na sobrang detailed ako mag-track, no? Every single peso naka-spreadsheet yan. But of course, life happens and di naman tayo perfect. Nagiging busy, marami nangyayari, nag-iiba yung priority. Medyo matagal na ako walang tinatrack. I pay my bills naman and I'm doing pretty okay. But other than that, in this video, we're doing a big finance reset. No? Mag-reboot tayo, mag-clean up, start from scratch. Ayun, so I'm excited about this but mostly overwhelmed, no? Parang ang dami ko kasi kailangang ayusin. Kaya what I am doing is I'm breaking this series into several episodes, no? Para step by step talaga. Hindi ko rin kasi kaya itong gawin na isang upuan lang. So I've been tracking my finances for about 6 years. Actually, more nga eh. Kasi I started 2018. And I've made a lot of videos about my old system. Tatanggalin ko lahat yon. I'm rebuilding from scratch. Nag-planning session ako. And medyo marami akong bagong goals to na gusto kong ma-achieve. Sure ako na kayo din, marami kayong mga financial goals. And pag marami ka kasing goals, hindi pwede na feeling ko, ito yung laman ng bank account ko. Sa tingin ko, ito mga ganito yung gastos ko kada buwan. Hindi pwede ganun. Dapat specific. Kasi pag clear na alam mo yung numbers mo, magkano ba yung nandito, magkano ba yung doon, magkano yung kulang ko, mas magiging klaro na ba talaga kailangan mo gawin para maging success ka sa goal mo. Ang pinaka-goal ko talaga for this series is kaya nyo siyang masundan and at the end of it, no, meron din kayong your own personal finance system. And for every video, every discussion natin, meron kayong output no, para mag-exercise tayo. Hindi yung basta nood lang tapos, okay. No. Like, gusto ko talaga is gawin nyo to with me. May output ako, dapat kayo rin, may output kayo. Para mas maging organized tayo sa discussion natin. Ito yung flow, no, na pag-uusapan natin. Number 1, why am I doing this, no? Ano ba yung, bakit ka ba kasi nagre-reset? Next, paghawak ng pera, okay lang yan eh. Marami naman ngayong mga content creators, maraming resources out there. But I think ito kasi yung pinaka-importante that most people forget. And lastly, syempre, i-review natin yung old finance system ko. What about it doesn't work anymore? Sige, okay na? Let's get started. I keep calling it a system. System, paghawak ng pera. Bakit system ba yung tawag dyan? A system is a set of repeatable, standardized steps that when followed, produce a specific result. Keyword, no? It's a set of repeatable, standardized steps. Na kung ginawa mo siya, yung goal niya is that repeatable din yung outcome na mangyayari. Pag wala kang financial system kasi, pagpasok ng sahod mo, ano gagawin ko dito? Mahirap kasi na palagi mong inisip, ano ba gagawin ko sa sahod ko ngayon? Okay, magbabayad ako ng bills, tapos pupunta dito, tapos pupunta dyan. Pag may sistema ka, alam mo na step by step na, okay, etong 35,000 pesos na sahod ko, 5,000 dapat nandito, 10,000 na dapat nandito. It's much easier to operate things when they are standardized, naka-systematized na siya. Whether that means like pen and paper, nakalusulat lang doon lahat ng step by step na kailangan mo gawin kada buwan, or mas complex siya na AI automated na siya. Basta, like the goal is that if you have a personal finance system, dapat less na yung pag-iisip mo kada buwan na ano ulit mangyayari sa sahod ko. And the way you manage your finances kasi is super dependent on you as a person, your lifestyle, on your circumstances, how much time you have in a day. Iba ang way na paghawak ng pera of someone who's a student versus someone na may pamilya na. So, number 1, my main reason for doing this big finance reset is because nagiba na ng aking lifestyle. Sabi ko nga, I went through a big life change kasi dati, for the longest time, I was living with my parents, nag-aaral pa ako, I was estudyante ako, I didn't have responsibilities, bills to pay, etc. And ngayon, I'm 25. I've moved out, bumukod na ako. I live by myself, I have my own bills to pay, my responsibilities, the things that I want to do in life. Iba na siya from when I was 20, 21. You can't build a system without knowing what it's for. What the for is, yun yung goal mo. Yun yung gusto mo ma-achieve. It's very important when you're building a personal finance system or managing your finances or doing anything in life, no? Kailangan mo malaman, ano ba yung goal mo? What does your finance system have to help you do? I get asked a lot na, what should I do with this amount of money? Saan ba maganda mag-invest? Ano gawin ko sa sahod ko? Well, it depends. Ano ba yung gusto mo mangyari? Like, everyone's always sharing their own opinions on how you should manage your finances. Mostly, it comes from their own experiences on paano ba nila minamanage yung pera nila. And it becomes very confusing to try to figure out saan ba dito yung tama? No? May nabasa akong article, ito sabi niya, ito yung gawin ko. Tapos itong article naman, or yung video na to, sabi niya, ito, mali yan, dapat ito. Parang nakakahilo siya. And it's very important that you have to have a filter. And usually, you can create this filter if you're able to set your own goals, no? When you know your goals, no, you know what you want to achieve. Mas madali kasi to say yes or no or figure out ano ba yung tama dito na will help me in achieving my goals. Can you manage your money without having a goal? Yeah. But honestly, I think most people, the reason you do certain things is because meron ka ng outcome na gusto ma-achieve in your head eh. That's one of the most powerful things that drive us as people to move towards something, no? For me, one of the goals that I have for 2026 is to scale my own business. So I've been a long-term client now of BPI. And now that I'm working on my own business, I've been preparing my business plan, calculating my costs, no? I did some research and I learned about BPI's Ka-Negosyo on the Go. It's a digital platform that helps business owners like us apply for BPI Ka-Negosyo loans whenever and wherever so that we can get the support we need to succeed. So you can find the type of loan that fits your needs by using the platform. Kasi there's actually 4 types of BPI Ka-Negosyo loans. There's an SME loan for business expansion, property acquisition loan, a credit line that acts like an extended wallet, and a ready loan for seasonal capital needs. It's open to all kinds of business owners, no, regardless kung maliit pa lang business mo or malaki na siya. And here's what makes it different. First, no, it's 100% online. Now, hindi mo na kailangan pumila na sobrang haba-habang pila tapos konti lang din yung paperwork. Second, it's flexible. Whether you need working capital, you need to expand your business, or mag-a-acquire ka ng property, there's a Ka-Negosyo loan for that. And the coolest part, no, unlike traditional loans where you have to pay for the principal plus interest every month, sa Ka-Negosyo Ready Loan, you only have to pay for the interest every month. Tapos yung principal, sa dulo mo na siya babayaran pagkatapos na ng lahat-lahat. So it's super helpful for helping you manage cash flow. So if you're thinking about taking your business to the next level this year, definitely take some time to check out BPI's Ka-Negosyo. Like, I'm really happy that we have brands like BPI who support financial content like this. Kasi sobrang importanteng siyang skill. It's not something that you learn in school, pero kailangan siya eh. Maraming salamat kay BPI for supporting this series and for making this video possible. Goal setting. Paano ba yan? There are 3 things you need to think about when you're setting a goal. There's the end point, ito yung goal, ito yung starting point, and then the steps in between and how you bridge the gap. Most people, when they're setting goals, ito lang iniisip nila. Gusto ko makaipon ng 100,000 pesos. Or gusto ko makaipon ng 1 million pesos. Ito yun eh, yung end point. Pero, kailangan mo rin isipin, ano yung starting point mo? Kung gusto mo ng 1 million pesos, magkano na ba meron ka? Mare, may 100,000 pesos ka na. Nice! Yung system mo sa gitna is what will take you to reach from 100,000 para makaabot ka sa 1 million. Yun, that's what goal setting is. And that's why it's very important we start with that para mas madali na to figure out ano klaseng sistema ay makakatulong sa akin para maabot ko yung goal ko. So before we rebuild, I'm gonna do this too. We'll do this together. These are the things that you need to ask yourself, no? Answer the questions na. Ano ba yung mga finance goals mo? It can be big, it can be small. Basta lahat na nasa isip mo, nasa puso mo, nasa damdamin mo. Sulat mo na lahat ng gusto mo achieve in terms of finances. Wag mo muna isipin na, ay, ang hirap yun, or realistic ba yun, or ano. Basta lahat ng gusto mo, sulat mo. Ngayon na may mga goals ka na dyan, whether that's isa lang yung sinulat mo, 5, 10, wow! Pick your top 5. Ang hirap kasi pag sobrang dami. You can do the exercise. You'll notice that some of them are like the main goals, tapos pwede mo lang siya lagay as sub-goals. Next step is to make it specific. Pag yung goal mo is, gusto ko makaipon, gawin mo ng specific. Magkano ang ipon ng gusto mo? 500,000. Or para saan? Like, gusto ko ng 500,000 para may down payment ako sa bahay. The more specific, the better. Gusto ko mag-invest. Gawin natin, I want to build a 2 million peso investment portfolio. Now na mas specific na yung actual numbers, quantifiable na yung goals mo, mag-set na tayo ng timeline. How long do you think it will take you to achieve this goal? 1 year? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Now, it's a lifetime goal. You can plot it in like a spreadsheet, a table, kumuha ka ng bond paper dyan. Gawa ka na lang ng columns. And then, pinaka-important, at the end of it, sulat mo, why does this goal matter? Bakit importante sa'yo na ma-achieve yung goal na to? Gusto ko ng down payment para sa bahay, para meron akong sarili kong tirahan. And I think that's very powerful kasi. Ayan. Medyo madugo yun, mahaba-haba. At this point, you should have a list of your financial goals na. Make sure to save that, wag nyo yan walain. Pwede nyo nga i-comment nyo yan sa baba para pwede siyang balikan. Okay, now, let's take some time to review my old system. Yung dating finance system ko had 5 components. Yung architecture, cash flow, investments, net worth, and cherries. But really, it had like 3 systems. I had my tracking software, spreadsheet, kung saan ko dinidisplay yung data. And I also had like parang Notion where I plan things, dun ko nilalagay yung mga goals ko. What was the problem? There were too many manual inputs. Para sa wala ang paggagawa ng system if it doesn't help you achieve things. That's the main reason, no? So, for me, sobrang complicated ng spreadsheet ko na parang the most of the time I'm spending is ina-update, inagandahan ko na lang yung tracker ko. But it's not actually helping me think about earning more income. It can be automated, but I like making it manual kasi it makes me aware. Ako yung mismong nag-calculate, ako yung mismong nag-transfer ng data. So, I know. Kasi minsan kasi pag automated, it's like, it does everything for you. Tingin ka lang, okay. But mas nagsistick kasi siya when I do that exercise na 30 minutes kada buwan, tinitingnan ko talaga yung numbers ko. I plug it into spreadsheet. There were times, several times na, more than 2-3 weeks, hindi ko siya tinatrack. And all of a sudden, ang dami kong receipts. Like, na-overwhelmed ako na I'm like, shit, if I'm gonna track everything that I spent for 3 weeks, kasi na-miss ko siya, it's gonna take me 2 hours. Pangalawa, it was hard to get a quick overview. While I liked na kada buwan, I had to manually pull the data, plot it, so that I can really see my own trends. Sometimes I didn't have that time. For me, it's important that I know my numbers, but it was just hard kasi I wasn't making the process of knowing my numbers easy for myself. Third, hindi siya aligned with my current goals. Overall, I think what you'll notice naman is that yung old system ko, it was just really complex. Hindi na siya nag-match sa lifestyle ko in terms of the required inputs, no? The way it was designed, like, I really like that system and it served me for such a long time. But then, things have to change kasi I have other priorities na. But yeah, doing this exercise just helps me also be aware about my current financial state and whether it is in alignment with the type of person I want to be at this age. And for the next video, what we're gonna do, na-identify na natin yung endpoint natin. In the next video, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna identify yung baseline. No? Hindi mo malalaman kung paano mo ma-achieve yung goal mo kung hindi mo alam kung saan ka nagsa-start. Gano'n ba yung kalayo? How easy is it for me to achieve it? Ano ba kailangan ko baguhin? You won't know that eh. So, in the next video, we're gonna figure out yung baseline, yung starting point mo. I hope you guys learned something new. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.